Good evening Philippines, good evening everyone. We are now live here at UCC News, Caloocan. We will report regarding the hottest news with regards to the international, political, and legal environment. Welcome to UCC News Live. Political and legal environment is a combination of political and legal factors that affect businesses operating in foreign markets. These factors can include government policies, laws, regulations, and legal systems that govern business activities. And tonight, our hottest news. The update of Russia and Ukraine war. Air raid alerts for Kyiv, two-thirds of Ukraine. Air raid sirens have been heard in capital Kyiv and across two-thirds of Ukraine, continuing more than a week of renewed Russian air attacks. Ukrainian emergency services issued air raid alerts for Kyiv and most of central and eastern Ukraine early on Tuesday, extending from Vinnytsia in the west to all eastern regions and south to Kherson and the Odessa region in the Black Sea. At least 4 people were killed in drone and missile attacks in the early hours of Monday morning. Kyiv is gearing up for a new counter-offensive to retake lands occupied by Russia, which continues to fight for the ruined eastern city of Bakhmut. The United Nations has said at least 8,791 civilians have been killed since Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February last year. Thousands more have been wounded and millions forced from their homes. In this situation, war creates political instability and uncertainty which can make it difficult for businesses to plan and invest in the long term. This can lead to a decline in international trade as businesses become more cautious. Overall, war can have a negative impact on international trade by disrupting supply chains, damaging infrastructure, and increasing political and economic uncertainty. For more hottest news, stay tuned. This is Mark from UCC News Live.
Audio Jungle.
And for our international news, Ayame is on the line. Miss Ayame.
Good evening. Bribery, corruption, and exploration. Corruption, it refers to the abuse of power for personal gain. It can take in many forms, such as embezzlement, nepotism, kickbacks, and money laundering. And there are some countries who is experiencing corruption. There are the Somalia, South Sudan, Syria, and Venezuela, and many more. And now, the latest news in White House in Washington, America, is the serious corruption allegation against the President Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. This is Amy Alfonso for UCC News.
And our hottest news, Chat is on the line. Miss Chat.
A recent study by a global auditing firm shows that bribery and corruption have worsened in the country over the last 3 years. The survey covered 101 local firms and multinational companies. 42% of the companies claimed that they experienced fraud over the last 3 years, losing about 254 million to 2.54 billion. Some says they were asked to pay grease money, while others lost business opportunities because their competitors paid bribe to get ahead. Bribery is the offering, giving, receiving, or soliciting of any item of value to influence the actions of an official or other person in charge of a public or legal duty. With regards to governmental operations, essentially, bribery is corrupt solicitation, acceptance, or transfer of value in exchange for official action. A bribe is an illegal or unethical gift or lobbying effort bestowed to influence the recipient's conduct. It may be money, goods, rights, inaction, property, preferment, privilege, emolument, objects of value, advantage, or merely a promise to induce or influence the action, vote, or influence of a person in an official or public capacity. Here's a recent news where an FBI whistleblower says Biden is guilty of bribery.
Investigating President Biden and his family's shady business deals that capitalize on Joe Biden's public office and risked our country's national security. This committee has a duty to ask questions and pursue the facts, no matter where they take.
And for our hottest news, Mary Chris is in the line. Mary Chris.
It is essential that to understand the legal framework of intellectual property in a foreign market to avoid any infringement and protect intellectual property rights. What is copyright infringement? Copyright infringement is the use or production of copyright protected material without the permission of the copyright holder. Copyright infringement means that the rights afforded to the copyright holder, such as exclusive use of a work for a set of period of time, are being breached by the third party. Music and movies are two of the most well-known forms of entertainment that suffer from copyright infringement. Infringement cases may lead to contingent liabilities, which are the amounts set aside in case of a possible lawsuit. So is copyright infringement illegal? Yes. Copyright infringement is illegal. Most often, copyright infringement is a civil issue rather than a criminal one. So penalties for copyright infringement usually includes a fine or payment to the injured party. Here is a classic sample news wherein Ed Sheeran wins Thinking Out Loud copyright case. Ed Sheeran did not copy Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On when composing Thinking Out Loud. The US court has ruled. The British singer-songwriter had denied stealing elements of the song for his 2014 worldwide hit. The heirs of Gaye, co-writer, argued that Sheeran, Warner Music Group, and Sony Music Publishing owed them money for the copyright infringement. Let's watch the latest interview video of Ed Sheeran.
Good morning, afternoon everyone. Thanks so much for being out here. I'm obviously very happy with the outcome of the case, and it looks like I'm not having to retire from my day job after all. But at the same time, I'm unbelievably frustrated that baseless claims like this are allowed to go to court at all. We've spent the last 8 years talking about 2 songs with dramatically different lyrics, melodies, and 4 chords which are also different and used by songwriters every day all over the world. These chords are common building blocks which were used to create music long before Let's Get It On.
And for our breaking news, Birch is on the line. Birch.
Broadcasting from UCC News Live, this is Marjorie Polino, your reporter for today. The latest and hot topic, the patent and trademark. Patent grants the right to exclude other from making, using, offering for sale or selling inventions for 20 years from its filing date. Types of patents: utility patents, process, machine, article or manufacture or composition of matter. Design pattern, ornamental design for an article or manufactured, 15 years for grant. And plant patents, a sexually reproduction of any distinctive and new variety of plant. Patent protection. A patent is a right granted by a state to an inventor to exclude other from making, using, selling, or importing an invention through the state without the inventor's consent. The inventors may license or sell the rights defined by the claims of patent. This is Marjorie Pilino for UCC News Live. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you for watching with us. This is Mark from UCC News Live.